In early years, whilst routine inspections have been suspended, we've been very busy with our regulatory work, including registrations. We've also continued to visit providers and take action when necessary, when significant concerns have been raised. As part of our restart programme, from September to December, we'll be carrying out interim visits. These visits will be to an identified group of early years providers, including nurseries, childminders and out-of-school provision. We're focusing on settings registered on the early years register that were graded as inadequate, requires improvement, or who had not met judgment at their last inspection and the date for their re-inspection has passed. The focus of the interim visit will be on safeguarding and welfare, particularly any weaknesses and areas for improvement found at that last inspection. And we'll be checking if these providers are now complying with all the standards. So the visits will provide assurance that requirements are being met, will respond to any new cause for concern, and inspectors will still be able to use their full range of regulatory or enforcement powers. The interim visits are not inspections and will not receive an inspection grade, but our findings will be published in an outcome summary so that we can provide up-to-date information for parents so that they can be reassured that their provider is meeting requirements whilst routine inspections are suspended. Also during the autumn term, we'll be carrying out inspections of providers on the childcare register, and Ofsted inspects 1 in 10 of these each year in agreement with the government. We carry out these inspections to make sure that providers are complying with the requirements of their registration, and we publish letters on our website explaining whether they've met or not met those requirements and outlining whether any further action is required. So routine inspections of early years settings will not start again before January 2021. And at the same time as these visits and inspections, we'll also be carrying out some research to really look at the impact of the pandemic, how it's impacted on children and how it's impacted on early years providers. We're really interested to find out what adjustments you've made to support children during the pandemic and as more children return to their nursery or childminder. Amongst other things, we'll ask about children's wellbeing and safety, whether there are changes to the curriculum and the way it's taught, as well as any plans you have for the future. And this research sits along a wider programme of work and will really help to give us a broad view of the impact of the early years sector at this time and how they're moving forward in terms of their recovery. Our inspectors will be sensitive to the challenges presented by COVID-19 and will be looking to see that professionals have been making the really best child-centred decisions that they could have, often in challenging times. We'll prioritise the safety and welfare of everyone involved in the visits, including children, carers, staff and our own inspectors. And in doing so, we will follow the most up-to-date Public Health England advice at the time. We know that you are doing your best for the children in your care, and we applaud you in how you've adapted your ways of working and risen to the challenges you've faced. The past few months have tested us all, and I'd like to thank all early years and childcare providers for what they've achieved for children in these extraordinary times. Thank you.